Ni hao. In this presentation, I will be showing the various forms of Chinese poetry over time. In Mandarin, shi is how you say poetry. Gushi is old poem and is the traditional form of Chinese poetry. This poetry is normally written in either 5 or 7 character phrases with as many lines as you wish. This is a free form way of writing poetry, so rhyme pattern is not something that is needed. You can even not rhyme at all if you want to. This form of poetry is still used today, but originated in the Han Dynasty from 206 BCE to 220 CE and was revived in the Tang Dynasty from 618 to 907 CE. Li Bai was a famous poet from the Tang Dynasty period, with one of the most famous poems being Quiet Night Thoughts. My casement veils glowing pool of moonbeams. Perhaps on the ground is simply frost, it seems. Lifting my head, I gaze up at the gleaming moon. Bowing my head, I ponder my homesick dreams. Lucia translates to regulated verse. This form of poetry is exceptionally strict, always consisting of 8 lines of 5 or 7 characters, featuring precise alternating tonal patterns, rhyming on the even lines, and requiring grammatical parallelism in the 2 middle couplets. This form of poetry became popular during the Tang Dynasty from 618 to 907 CE. A great example of Lucier poetry is Dang Gao, Ascending a Height by Du Fu. The wind is swift, the sky is high. The apes cry sadly, the islet is clear, the sand white, the birds circling back. Boundless falling leaves rustle down. The endless Yangtze River rolls on and on. 10,000 miles of sorrowful autumn. I am always a wanderer. 100 years of sickness. Alone I ascend this terrace. Hardship and bitter sorrow thicken my frosted temples, old and broken. I newly put down my cup of heavy wine. Jueju is translates to new style poetry. It's highly concise and regulated, always consisting of 4 lines of either 5 or 7 characters, featuring precise alternating tonal patterns, rhyming on the even lines 2 and 4, and often utilizing elegant imagery within its brief structure. This poetry also became a very popular during the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907 CE. Li Qingzhao was a famous female poet from the Song Dynasty time period of 960 to 1279 CE, and her poem Seeing Plum Blossoms is a great example of Jueju. The breeze is gentle, the sun is weak, spring is still early. Wearing a lined jacket, the mood is bright. Heaven's will pities the secluded grass, but instead sends the bright moon to escort the twilight. Dang Dai Shi translates to contemporary poetry and is poetry that came about after the 1949 revolution. The structure of Dang Dai Shi is basically free verse. This means it doesn't follow strict rules like older classical poems. There are no fixed numbers of lines or characters, and it uses everyday language instead of specialized literary patterns. The poet decides the structure and rhythm of the poetry. Zhai Yangming is a famous mainland Chinese poet. She was born in 1955 and is one of the most famous contemporary Chinese poets currently. Her poem Tiger and Gazelle is a great example of Deng Dai Shi. Midnight. Someone whispered at my ear, I'm awake, but you're still sleeping. The world's run like a tiger, chasing you on and on in your dreams. Everything in the world is like this tiger, chasing you together. This thin legged gazelle, they're your eternal predators. Even in your dreams, even in the empty space. Dawn 2021, first day of the Chinese New Year. I was reading Ma Yan's poems, chewing each word slowly, then swallowing the sentence. I turned on the desk lamp. The face that appeared on my phone, was it me or a tiger? The tiger was reciting the poem. I was moving my mouth. Was she spitting stars, one by one, dazzling? Was she being chased like this, captured, vanished into the abyss? Did she wake up in the dark, or was it me who died in the light? That tiger leapt out of the corner to catch you, its sharp claws. No! Its sharp knife plunged into your flesh, slicing you into pieces, into halos. This is how stars spit beauty, one by one, eternally. Thank you.